The strongest man in the world is he who stands most alone. 1,000 words will not leave so deep an impression as one deed. The minority is always right. Home life ceases to be free and beautiful as soon as it is founded on borrowing and debt. Money may be the husk of many things, but not the kernel. It brings you food, but not appetite, medicine, but not health, acquaintances, but not friends, servants, but not loyalty, days of joy, but not peace or happiness. The spirit of truth and the spirit of freedom, they are the pillars of society. The most dangerous enemy of truth and freedom amongst us is the compact majority. Do you know what we are? We are two shipwrecked people clinging to the same spar. What is it to live, but to take the burden of responsibility? Rob the average man of his life illusion, and you rob him also of his happiness. A community is like a ship. Everyone ought to be prepared to take the helm. The great secret of power is never to will to do more than you can accomplish. It is inexcusable for scientists to torture animals. Let them make their experiments on journalists and politicians. It is not only what we do, but also what we do not do, for which we are accountable. A man's work is nothing but this slow trek to rediscover, through the detours of art, those 2 or 3 great and simple images in whose presence his heart first opened. A man should never put on his best trousers when he goes out to battle for freedom and truth. The worst that a man can do to himself is to do injustice to others. A party is like a sausage machine. It grinds up all sorts of heads together into a mince, and out comes the same kind of sausage every time. The spirit of rebellion must live in our hearts, and it must be the highest thing there. Deprive the average human being of his life lie, and you rob him of his happiness. You have never loved me, you have only thought it pleasant to be in love with me. The majority is never right, never, I tell you, that's one of these lies in society that no free man can help rebelling against. One should never be afraid of the air, it is the spirit of life. You see, the point is that the strongest man in the world is the one who stands most alone. You have loved me as a wife should love her husband, only you did it without joy. The great thing is to live as if one never had to die. What is the first duty of man? The answer is brief, to be himself. A man is strong only when he stands on his own 2 legs. The great task of our time is to blow up all existing institutions, to destroy. A man's conscience and his judgment is the same thing. And as the judgment, so also the conscience may be trained. You see, there are some people that one loves, and others that perhaps one would rather be with. To live is to war with trolls, in the heart and soul. To write is to sit in judgment on oneself. In your powerlessness, you have imagined you were right, thus, you have poisoned the lives of others. The worst thing is not whether one lives or dies, it is whether one has lived in vain. I believe that before all else I am a reasonable human being, just as you are, or, at all events, that I must try and become one. There can be no freedom or beauty, and not a home life that depends on borrowing and debt. You are thinking of me as a butterfly, to be pinned down and examined. Castles in the air, they are so easy to take refuge in, and so easy to build too. Don't use that foreign word ideals, we have that excellent native word, lies. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.